Alright, welcome back. Last time we went ahead and conquered another province from Austria. It's currently being integrated. Additionally, some shifts have occurred throughout the world. For example, England is currently under personal union with Scotland. Although their independence is currently supported by Portugal, so who knows how long this is going to last. Russia's turning into utter chaos. Poland is almost done with integrating Lithuania. Spain is expanding to the Maghreb. France is just utterly terrifying. And yeah. I am keeping up in administrative technology, and I managed to complete bureaucratic ideas. Currently I'm focusing on trying to catch back up in military technology, as well as diplomatic technology, and saving up for an idea group for the next idea group, which will be a administrative type. I would likely be doing economic, but although I could do something else like humanist or innovative. Or perhaps even scholasticism. It depends on what I think is more valuable to me. Which at the moment is probably money. Since I need this cash to keep building up. Not just the military, but the economy too. In fact, that's the more important bit. I've also been steadily investing into Poznan, in the hopes of eventually bringing burger influence to above 100%. Then it will swap to burgers and, well, autonomy will decrease pretty dramatically. The base 15%, yeah, just the base 15% from swapping from, yeah, since granolas give plus 25%, burgers should give just plus 10. I may also build a small level 4 tier just to make autonomy drop by another 10%, but I already have a 4 tier Gneiss now. So I'm not so sure if I want to do that. However, I still plan on eventually going ahead with it. Eventually. Right, bulletproof armor. As guns became more common on the battlefield, knights demanded thicker armor that was proof against bullets. Free shooters. Armorers would fire a pistol into a breastplate, leaving behind a dent that would show buyers the armor was safe to wear. Infantry fire plus 0.1, artillery fire plus 0.3, enables 2 new infantry types for the Western Tech Group. Norwegian Succession War. Denmark against Sweden. Why am I not surprised? If the war goes on long enough, although I find that unlikely. I think Denmark is just simply outmatched here. If the war goes on for long enough, Sweden might not be willing to support Poland. Should I attack? I mean, this might actually be a good opportunity to make some coin. Yeah. And beat up Poland for a while. I'm gonna need some time to cover that. Can't afford the upfront cost. Budget surplus of 6 points. Maintenance. Monthly cost of 17. Quality of troops 100. Denmark is in an important war. Yeah, one of Poland's strongest allies having yet another country working with them is not something I like. At the very least, I could take the time to beat up Poland. And for me, I can afford to pay that much for. Fine, 1.7 times. Just get some diplomatic tech before the education drops another level again. Goldsmith moneylenders. In an era when money took the form of gold and silver coins, a goldsmith held a special place. Able to melt down gold and keep it safe in his strongbox, goldsmiths could be relied on to exchange foreign coins for local ones when a merchant or pilgrim came through an area. Over time, goldsmiths began offering to keep money in their safes for people who feared bandits, and even to lend it out to those who they considered good risks. Plus 60 trade range, and enables one of the different kinds of light ships. Oh yeah. I might as well grab all the attacks. Crossstaffs, barrel rifling, and crossstaffs. Sailors who journeyed far from land needed to calculate distances. Navigators found the use of a crossstaff, or Jacob's staffs, invaluable in helping them determine the angle between the horizon and the sun. I can now study tech with spy networks. Barrel rifling. Invented in Augsburg, barrel rifling spun bullets in the barrel to launch them more accurately. It also made those rifles slower to reload, but they quickly became popular among hunters, some of whom later became sharpshooters during wartime. Land morale plus 0.25, combat width plus 1, infantry shock plus 0.25, artillery shock plus 0.04, and it grants me a new artillery type. Since I'm in the middle of sieging, I may as well take it. Besides, artillery is an important combat ability. Gymnasium schools. The first secondary school, or gymnasium, was established in Strasbourg in 1538, designed to prepare boys for university and taught them academic subjects for several years. It soon became the model for education across Europe. Let us grab... yeah, economic. In order to make those ideas cheaper, I'll take stance on religion. This idea costs about 5%. Don't particularly see anything else good to grab for that, so I'll just go ahead. Trade councils, tax agency, and secure trade routes. Establishing a council of the most prominent merchants to advise the government will allow us to choose the most beneficial trading policies. Plus 10% trade efficiency, plus 25% trade range. Tax agency. Increase tax revenues by unifying national tax policy under a single authority. Plus 10% national tax modifier. Secure trade routes. Establishing secure ports and trading posts will provide our merchants with leverage in local markets. Minus 5% construction costs, plus 10% provincial trade power modifier. current place, I'll have over 900. I'll have over 1,000 power by points by 1540. So I can afford to take another idea or two. Probably just one, probably just take one just to be sure. Okay, the Teutons have left the war. However, there's still military access through you, so that's not an issue. Guess it is an issue. I think the war will be over soon, since it's 99 wars. Yeah. Sweden's become stronger. Did everything I could to just prolong the war and beat up Poland in the process. Sweden is definitely starting to get a little bit dangerous. I do need to be cautious. Indulgence power in Falkland. Traveling monk is passing through Falkland, authorized by the church to stop in villages and towns and offer forgiveness of sins to people for a price. Catholics who sinned needed to go through a process to find forgiveness. First, they had to repent the sin, then they had to confess it to a priest, and finally they had to do penance, good works such as pilgrimages or fasting in order to make up for the evil they had done. An indulgence was a way to bypass doing penance by getting the church to bless you with some of the grace of dead saints. Unscrupulous indulgence peddlers went much further, promising that indulgence meant you didn't have to go to confession. They could allow the dead to escape purgatory, even that they could be used to forgive sins that people had not yet committed. Pious theologians were horrified at these claims, but credulous peasants bought them up rapidly. Soon a steady flow of gold passed through the hands of the peddlers. It would be split between them, the archbishops who had authorized it, and the Pope himself. Condemn this practice. A Wendish monk has broken his silence and publicly criticized the church for its successes. Writing in everyday language in the place of Latin, he argued that God demanded belief, not good works, in order to be saved. He then went down on to point out 93 examples of the church violating this principle, focusing especially on the sale of indulgences. Some say the priest MEIOU distracted the door of the pious church for all to see. All we can say for certain is that he sent a copy to the Archbishop of Kurchia. Oh boy. We've hit 101% reformation design. Alright, declare war, take Ostmark. Bring all my subjects in. And I have no reason not to call in Saxony. Except he would destabilize Saxony. Alright, fine. Heavily restrict looting, we are conquering. As well as planning to return plenty of lands in southwestern Germany. Program, why not? It's only 20 ducats anyway. I earned that half a month. Yeah, even with my The recent publication of the 95 Theses criticizing the Church has stirred up a stinging reaction in Stettin. The Pope himself sent a representative to correct its mistakes, while its author, a Wendish monk from Pyritz, was invited to give his reply. Both men believing in the righteousness of their cause, they agreed to hold a debate in Stettin Castle, in the view of Duke Ernst I. With masters from theological universities to act as neutral judges. The debate itself lasted for weeks. The Wendish monk argued that there was no biblical evidence that purgatory existed. The Pope did not have the authority to offer indulgences. The Roman legate pressed the monk to acknowledge the authority of the Pope over the Church until the monk admitted that the Pope had no such authority. I deny that he is above Scripture. This statement was a tacit admission of heresy, if not an outright declaration of war against the Church. In the end, neither man budged from his initial position, and both declared victory in the debate as soon as they returned to their homes. Theologians from our university are mulling over the debate in order to make their verdict. It may be prudent to see how the Pope reacts first, however. They just have such a good shock general. Alright, retreat. I can't take them all on at once. And that's not even all of them. Austria was nowhere to be found in this fight. This was all of their allies. Yeah. Couldn't need to take Wolcast out of the fight. Oh, I'm not doing that. That's crazy. However, I do not need you allied with Austria. I don't want you dealing with Poland. Just in case. Pay up as much cash as you can. Ooh, circumnavigation of the globe. As ships grew bigger and navigation grew more accurate, navigators and adventurers began to dream of mapping the whole Earth. Any sailor can tell you that the world is round. The question is, can you sail around the globe? Trade range plus 60. Unlocks the level 3 trade harbor, as well as the customs house. Ooh, the customs house. Yes, the customs house. It's gonna take a little while. I don't have the sheer quantity of cash needed for that. It's not in the capital. Spent that on the capital building. Well, once I get around to it, I'll probably be able to take the import center of trade from Wien. Yes. Yeah, the war is still ongoing. Exhaustion is definitely beginning to hit. However, otherwise things are going fine with the war. I'm mainly busy trying to get sieges down in areas that I want to have influence in. For the time being, my maximum goals are to take Breisgau and Schwab, release Hohenzollern, and grant these two provinces back to Switzerland. And to take Wien. However, the ridiculous coalition that would occur from this means I'm not going to do all of it. I'm probably going to take Wien and then one of these two provinces. It really depends on what is going to happen. I will be most certainly trying to get extra improved relations after this, though, in order to minimize costs. Definitely costs. Gain royal title in order to make coring Osman faster. Yeah, anyway. That's not good. French conquering Marcelo. Why haven't you accepted Calais for Spain? Yeah, that's great. Portugal's trying to help. Farah hasn't been sieged down yet, I might be doing no access. Same with Milan and Perugia. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, Scotland's allied with France. Did I say France was terrifying? I do mean it. They are terrifying. Crimea's gone now. Last province taken by Kiev. The Great Perv is starting to become a little bit more absurd. I split Kazan with Nizhny Novgorod. Yeah. All was growing massive thanks to colonization. I mean, they conquered their way to the point where I can see what they are. Persia's still a bit of a mess. It doesn't change much. Yeah. Oh yeah. There was a succession war over Norway. Sweden won that one. You can kind of see that too with what happened in Denmark. They mutilated. I tried to help in the hopes of, well, beating up Poland. That kind of worked too. Not as well though. They're just about done integrating Lithuania too. That will only take a little over 2 years. Anyway, I've gone on long enough. I'll see you again next time. Until then, bye.